Hey friends, it's Courtney Brickner, the CB behind the Crafty Brick. Today I have something very exciting to share with you that you can do with your Romeo cutting machine. Look at this. We're getting ready to print 100 stickers at the same time. Well, one after the other, not at the same time. But we're not gonna have to print one sheet and then set another one down, take all the stickers off, then print out another sheet with multiple mats. We're using a 24 by 28 mat. This is a Cricut cutting mat. You can use different mats with Romeo, so it doesn't matter if that it's a Caesar one or not. This one's 24 by 28. We have 6 sheets of sticker paper with 20 stickers on each. So actually more than 100. Actually 120 stickers. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how you can do a kiss cut and a die cut sticker in software. I'm also going to share how you can use more space when you're doing your print and cut, how you can maximize the amount of stickers that you can get on one page. I'll show you how you can change your settings in Leonardo Design Studio and everything you need to know to do these stickers. So let's jump into software. Let's cut some stickers and let me show you how you can do this so you can maximize the amount of time that you need to spend to make a project. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Turn on the notifications so that you don't miss anything crafty. And if you need any information about Leonardo Design Studio or you want to get a Romeo or a Juliet cutting machine, check the description because you can get them from the Crafty Brick. That's me. But yeah, let's get to it and I'll show you everything I know. Leonardo Design Studio, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways of making stickers. The first one we're going to do just a regular kiss cut sticker. The second one we're going to do a die cut with a kiss cut. So for this first one, I'm going to import my first sticker. So we've got our wedding sticker here. We're going to open. We're going to keep it as a print and cut design. Click next, next, and next. We've got our contour there, and then we're going to click finished. Okay, it's a little bit big for what I wanted. I'm going to do 3.75. Okay, and then I'm going to come down here to our toolbar. I am going to come to where we've got the 2 rectangles with the line through it. Your toolbar might look a little different because whatever tool you most recently used is the image that's going to be on that toolbar. So I most recently used the mirrored horizontal button. So that's why I see that down here. You might not see that, but this is where whatever is showing in this location on your toolbar, that's where you're going to click. We're going to come up here to tile array. And it opens with the quantity that I used most recently. So I'm going to switch that back to 1 to 1, because I typically like to just do auto fit so I can just get as many things that will fit on my mat. So I'm going to click auto fit, and it's telling me that 2 will fit on my mat. I really want it to be 4. So we're going to do 2 across. And you will see that it's not going to fit because it's got the registration marks around 2 of them. The other 2 are grayed out, so that means that that's not going to print or cut. I'm going to highlight all of them, bring them over just a little bit and see what if I just bring them over to the center. Will that allow me to cut them all? No, it doesn't. I've got a red line around it. The images are grayed out. That means they're not going to be able to print or cut. So I can go up here. I've already changed my mark spacing. Typically that's set, I believe, to 0.25. Might be a little bit less, but I always keep it to 0 so that I can maximize the amount of space that I have. So this mark spacing right here, I just put 0. And then I'm going to click page marks. Now that makes it go all the way to that red line that's at the edge, but I've still got a margin that says I cannot print and cut further than that line. So without the page marks on, we don't really see anything here. We've got the page marks, so I've got the registration marks, but I still can't cut. there is something else that we can do to make our print and cut spacing even larger. So we're going to come up here to the File menu and scroll down to Preferences and then over to All Preferences. And under All Preferences, you'll see right here towards the bottom of this box, Small Page Margins. We are going to click that and we're going to click Accept. Now let's go back, turn off the page marks. So if the page marks are off, you typically are going to have your registration marks right around your image, right to the edge of your image. And you see that now those are not grayed out because we turned on our small page margins here. Now we can go further out. We don't have that red line around our print and cut. So it's pretty amazing. If we turn back on page marks here, then it just makes it go all the way to the bottom of the page that you're working with. And you can see like the little triangle right here that normally is on our page. If we take off page mark, you'll see the triangle right there. Normally it's right there on your page and it shows you where you start with your registration marks. You're still going to put your blade right inside that registration mark when you line it up on your machine, but that arrow tells you which registration mark you're going to be starting with. So this bottom left. If the page marks is on, like if we were using, I'll show you with the next set of stickers that we're going to be making. If we're utilizing the whole page, this one's not utilizing the whole page. So this page mark at the bottom doesn't really matter with this project. So I'll show you where that does matter next time. And we got our page marks. We're using US letter size paper. Send our design. And then we're going to click send again. And then we were ready to send our design to the printer. So we're going to send it to the printer first. And then after we print it, then we're going to come back over here and click this second section, our cutting contours, and then it's going to cut out. And this is where we are going to set up multiple pages on our large mat. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, I printed out 2 pages just because I wanted to see if this is going to work. I've never done this before. This is actually my first time. So I've got the 2 pages on my mat. This is a 24 by 28 inch mat. And I am just adjusting my blade so that it's in the registration mark on the left page first. So it's just reading the registration marks and then it's going to do the cut. My hope is that it is going to do the same thing for the next cut, but I'm just not certain. All right, so far so good. Now we just need to move the blade over to the second page for the registration marks there. And then when we get it in the right location, we just push the triangle button on our machine. That's just kind of like the repeat button. So it will just do the exact same thing that it did previously. So you don't have to go back to your computer to set this up. You just move it to the registration mark, press the play button, and then it just performs the same cut that it just did. And since we're cutting the exact same thing, then we're good to go. This works because Romeo and Juliet can start from anywhere you want on the mat. You don't have to start at the top left or bottom left like other machines. You start where you want. Okay, so that worked. Now I'm just gonna take these off because brand new mat, paper sticking to it. A little annoying, but whatever. My plan worked, and I'm excited about that. But now I want to see if I add another page across to my mat, can it still cut? Because Romeo can actually cut larger than 24 inches. So I don't know. The mat actually goes a little bit farther than 24 inches because it's got the side margin. So I'm just going to try it. I have no idea if this is going to work. But I'm just going to put these 3 pages on the mat and try to cut it again. See what happens. The plan is just do it the same way I did before. You can see my sticker paper is hanging off the side just a tad. The part that's going to be cut is still on the mat. I just don't know if the blade will go all the way over to the right side, how I need it to. But we already know this first and second one will work. We just need to see, will the third one work? Okay, here's the test. Let's move our blade over to the location inside the registration marks where it needs to start. Then we push the triangle and it's reading the first one, but dang it, did not work. That chirping sound is just us telling us that there was something wrong when it was reading the registration marks, and we're gonna have to go out and start over. You can see the blade is touching all the way on the side of the machine, so that is not going to work. It's a little too far over. So we can fit it having 4 pieces of sticker paper, but not 6 set up the way they are right now. But I did cut them. Now we have all these sticker pages. This was our kiss cut. I want to show you how to do a die cut as well. So let's go back to software. It was so amazing. Now I just want to show you how you can do even more stickers on a page, because this didn't really show, the full capability of using the whole page, because we only had those 4 big stickers. So I want to do another sticker. So we're going to go up here to File and Import. And we're going to import the city stickers, print and cut. We'll click next, and we'll do next, and next again, and then finished. Oops, messed up a bit there. We need to open up a new canvas. Now we're gonna do next, our sticker, next, 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 and finished. Okay, now we've got our sticker on its own page. Now I want to go and close this box up here so we can see the bottom. I'm going to change it to 1.7. And I'm going to go down here to our tile array again. And we're going to do auto fit. All right, and click apply. Actually, let's go up here and change our paper size, because I don't think we're going to actually be able to fit that many. Let me change my size to 8.5 by 11. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Let's delete that last row. Okay, we'll highlight all of these, bring them over a bit. And the other thing is that since I want to do a die cut, these stickers are very, very close together, so I'm not going to have enough space to do the die cut. So I want them to be a little further apart. So let me delete these. We're going to do our tile array again. But when we go in here, actually, let's bring those back down to 1 and 1. We're going to increase the spacing gap. So the horizontal gap, we're going to make that 0.25, and the vertical gap 0.25. Now we're going to click auto fit, and we'll have enough space between each sticker to do our die cut. And I want to do a kiss cut and a die cut because I want it to be really easy to take the stickers off of the backing. So the kiss cut is going to cut exactly right around the edge of the circle. The die cut is just going to be a little bit larger, and we're going to make it easy to pull it off the backing, because the backing will be exposed just a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, now we've got all of our stickers here. You can do the page marks. And let's see, I think we've got our preferences set with the small page margins. So I want to show you what it is without the small page margins. Luckily it still fits. That's good, but it's not going to fit when we do our die cut. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on our small page margins, because we're going to actually make these stickers all a little bit bigger. So I'm going to turn on the page marks as well. So to make our kiss cut and our die cut, we're going to highlight all of our stickers. We're going to come down here to build contours and click the star with the line around it. And we're going to build a print and cut logo contour. So click apply. So we've got our little blue line around. Let me show you what it looks like that we've got around here. So right here, we've just got the blue line. That's our kiss cut line. Over here on the right side, let's click set print size, and we're going to change the orientation from landscape to portrait mode so that we don't have that red line kind of throwing us off. I'm going to click OK, and now we're good to go. So let's go back. We're going to highlight, and then we're going to go back to build contours, and this time we're going to do an editable contour. And it's black so we can see it, and we're going to increase the contour 0.35, I think is a good number, and you can see that there's a black circle around all of our stickers. We're going to click apply. All right, so now we've got our kiss cut and our die cut. We're going to need to set up how those actually cut. All right, I'm going to close up here so we can work with down at the bottom. We're going to go to our layers panel, and our shape, the black circle, that is going to be a full cut die cut contour is what it pops up. And then our kiss cut group is going to be just the print and cut. So then when we go to send our design, we're going to click send. And you'll see we've got a blue line. That's going to be our kiss cut. And then we've got a green line, and that is going to be our die cut. The only other thing that we need to set up here so that we can get two different forces for those two cuts, because they're going to be different, we're going to uncheck use cutter settings, and then it pops up the speed and force. You can actually change that in software as opposed to changing it on your machine. So I've got, for my cutting tool, that's the blue line. So you see it's blue right here. We've got our blue circle. That's our blue line. That's our kiss cut. So cutting tool is set to speed of 13, force of 10. Now I've chosen this force because I've already done a test cut with my sticker paper to see that that is the right amount for a kiss cut. You're going to have to do some testing with the paper that you're using, do some test cuts and see what force is right for yours. So the second one, our full cut, the green circle, you can see the green circle there, and that's going to be our green cut line over here with those circles. I've got that at 13 speed and 35 force. Same thing, I've already tested that, so I know that those are my numbers. So now we're going to come back here. We're going to send this to our printer, and then after we send it to the printer and we get it, then we're going to click the bottom for cutting contours, and then it's going to do both of the cuts. So we'll do that over on our machine. All right, I've got my 6 pages here, just printed those out. So now we're going to put these on our mat. Unfortunately, I thought I could fit 6 on this mat, but I cannot. So we're going to do 4 to start. But then what I'm going to do is turn our design to the side so that I can fit 6 on this mat, because that would be nice to be able to do. All right, so we got 4 here. Let's go ahead and load those into Romeo and send it to cut. I've got to be on the floor because I don't have that much clearance behind Romeo. Actually, let me shift my rollers because I moved them before, and I want them to be on all of the mats. All right, shift it in here, lock our mat into place, and then we're going to start with our blade down in this bottom left corner. So let's go ahead and move it into place. Okay, now we'll get our computer and we're ready. We did the printing part, now we're ready to send it to the cutter, and we've already set it up so that it's going to be doing our cut contours. We've got set for force of 10, speed of 10, and our die cut we've got set force of 35, speed of 10. All right, let's go ahead and start. All right, we finished the kiss cut. Now it's doing the die cut, so it's going around each circle one more time. All right, now that it's finished with this page, we're just gonna scoot our blade over, and I can't see it from this angle. We just need it to start right inside the registration mark, and then we're just gonna push the triangle, the play button again. That's like the repeat button, and we're going to repeat the same thing. So we just click play, and then it's gonna start reading the registration marks for this page, and then it's gonna cut that. And we don't have to put another sheet of paper down in order for it to do that. And we're gonna do that with each of the pages. And then after we're finished with this, I'm gonna go back into the software and show you how we're gonna flip it sideways so that we can actually get 6 pages on here. All right, we got all the pages. Be careful when you take your mat out that you don't drag the blade, because I cut 2 of those stickers by having the blade dragging. You can see there. You see they kind of got cut. So 2 of them got messed up, but we're good. Just be sure you don't drag it onto the blade when you pull it out. But check it out. We've got our kiss cut and our die cut. There's one little piece. You can take that off or leave it on. All right, now let's flip it to the side so we can fit more on here. Try and turn this to the side. Let's close this. We're gonna change it to landscape. So I go over here, click the printer icon here next to our, under our paper size. Change that to landscape, click OK. All right, we've got 4 down there that, oh, these are all moving together. So we're gonna have to ungroup them so that we can just grab these bottom 4 here. No, it's still moving the whole thing. Ungroup everything here, my friend. Okay, there. Now everything's ungrouped. I had to highlight all of it to ungroup it. So I am going to move these up. I've got to highlight all the parts, because if I just move one part, then it's just moving a contour, it's just moving the sticker, it's just moving the outside contour, the die cut. So let me go back. You have to highlight all 3 of the components, or they're going to move individually since we ungrouped all of them. Okay. Now we've got it sideways. We're going to be able to fit 6 sticker sheets on one mat. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So now let's click Send Design. And we're going to send it just like we did previously. send it to the printer, and then we're gonna send it to the cutter. Let's do it. All right, now we've got them sideways. And we will be able to fit more on our page. This is 120 stickers that we're getting ready to cut out. I am so excited about this. All right, so I set it up the exact same way. We're using the registration marks, it's cutting, and then we're just moving it over to the next page and pressing the triangle button to repeat the job. So we're just gonna repeat it 6 times, and we're gonna have 120 stickers in just a few minutes, as opposed to taking the sticker sheet off the mat, getting a new mat, putting another mat in the machine, and y'all, you know that not all machines can do this. Romeo is our only one that can do this. And if you've been thinking about getting a Romeo or Juliet, I swear now is the time, because if this doesn't convince you that you need to be able to be more productive with your projects and more efficient with your time, then I don't know what is. But if you want it, just check the link in the description below, because you can get it from the Crafty Brick. I'm very excited that I'm offering these machines now, so check it out. All right, that's it. Look, we've got a couple hundred stickers here. They are upside down, kiss cut, and die cut. And we did 120 at once on that, so I think that's winning. If you like this video and you think that this is winning as well, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I will be back very soon with more crafty content to share with you. So until then, what is it? Until then, stay crafty, my friends.